So have you ever heard of the James Bond shower? Now, for those of you guys that have read the books, you may remember that 007's showering routine is mentioned just in Casino Royale alone 4 times by author Ian Fleming. To be specific, the Scottish shower ends with cold water. Now, it may start with hot water. He may be taking a hot bath, but he always ends it with a cold douse of water in the shower, basically to get the blood pumping. Personally, as a guy that loves his hot showers, I love this because you get the best of both worlds. You start off with that hot shower, and then within a few minutes, you move to it being cold. After you've taken care of business, all of a sudden you end it with that refreshing cold water, and you stay in as long as you can stand it. Which for me, I'll admit, when I started was about 2 seconds. That being said, after a while, after I developed this habit, hey, 30 seconds, a minute, I'm staying in there under the cold water, just really enjoying it before I turn it off and jump out. And if you want to take this to a whole other level, try a sauna. Also known as Ukrainian, Russian, banya, Northern European, you guys have your name for it. Point being is you're in and around heat, and then you jump into ice cold water or maybe just the snow. I've done this and it is exhilarating. In today's video, gents, I'm sharing with you the hygiene hacks to be more handsome. You ready? Let's do this. So starting things off, let's make better use of what's already in your bathroom. So let's look under the sink. I know it may have been years. You got all these products down there. Do you actually know how to use them? I mean, seriously, that bottle of witch hazel, do you even know what this stuff is? Well, don't worry, I do, and I'm about to explain how to use this very useful and versatile product. Now, witch hazel is a plant, and the bark, the twigs, the leaves are all used to extract witch hazel water. Now, for thousands of years, human beings have been using witch hazel. So if you go out there and search, there are tons of uses. But these are the ones I think most guys are overlooking. First up, skin irritation. After a shave, you've got a nick on the neck. You've got just a little bit of irritation here on the face. Take a bit of witch hazel, put it onto a cotton pad, and just simply go over it where you shaved, and all of a sudden it's going to feel better. It's going to deal with the irritation. It's going to tighten up the skin a bit. It's going to do a great job basically as an aftershave. Maybe you ate something. You got a little bit of hives around the midsection, maybe on your arm. Okay, so stop eating that stuff.
Stop it. Get some help.
In the meantime, use that witch hazel to, again, deal with the skin irritation. Or you've got a few bites, mosquitoes all over the place. Again, use the witch hazel. It's going to soothe the itching. Let's talk about something that nobody wants to talk about. Hemorrhoids. Guys, I get it. I've had them. And I will tell you that witch hazel can be a godsend when you are having irritation on the back door. Now, witch hazel can also be used as a gargle, but I actually prefer hydrogen peroxide. That's that brown bottle underneath most sinks out there. And you want to make sure you get the right mixture. It should be 1 part hydrogen peroxide, and again, I'm assuming this is the 3%, and mix it with 2 parts water. That's going to give you a solution which is about 1% hydrogen peroxide. Now, in case you don't know what hydrogen peroxide is, it's basically water with an extra oxygen molecule. Now, this extra oxygen molecule allows the solution to oxidize, and if you know anything about oxidation, it can kill germs, and it can also bleach, especially fabrics. So yeah, this stuff is pretty strong, so never swallow it. That being said, hydrogen peroxide, to be able to clean your razor after every use, that is a great hack right there because it's going to help the razor last longer because you're going to not have harmful bacteria building up all over the razor that you're probably using more times than what you should. Now, technically, I know that the razor companies are saying you need to change these razors after every couple uses. But the reality is many of you guys are going a full-on week, 7 to 10 shaves before you actually change out that razor. So if you're going to do this, make sure to clean it because you got blood, you got little bits of hair, you got things that are left on this and you want it to be clean. And for goodness sakes, make sure to use a cover and protector. This is a razor that, it pops off, then put it back where it was because you don't want these blades to get bent or warped. That right there can lead to a nasty cut. The next hack is to pay attention to the ingredients. In general, you want to avoid things which are not good for your skin. If it's using propane, if it has a propellant, if it is something that is shooting out of a bottle, it is probably not good for you. And I would avoid those type of products. There are so many different options out there, companies that are very transparent about what they are putting into their products because this stuff goes right into your skin and you want to make sure that you're using from everything from your shaving cream to your shampoo to your skin lotions, all of that stuff right there. You want to make sure that you have an ingredient deck that you can trust. Now, gents, I'm not saying you got to become a chemist to be able to understand all all the different ingredients or memorize all the good ingredients you need. What I am saying is work with a company that's transparent, using natural and organic ingredients like we are over at Vitaman. Now, you guys know for the last few years, I've been a co-owner of Vitaman, but the founder of Vitaman, Claire Castles, she started this company in 1999 with the vision of, hey, helping men around the world get amazing products that are leveraging the power of the Outback pharmacy. And by that, I mean using the plants and resources naturally found in the Australian Outback. So right here, our anti-aging cream. You want to make sure in your anti-aging cream it's got vitamins A, B, C, especially C. Well, guess what? This is full of Kakadu plum, found only in Australia, and it's 100 times more concentrated than anything you would find like in an orange. Right here in this ingredients, you're going to get natural and organic ingredients. And what I love about this, instead of using water, we use actually white tea, which white tea is infused with antioxidants, the A, B, C vitamins you want to make sure that you've got right in there, and you're putting directly onto your skin, going into your skin to nourish it. Other Australian ingredients you'll only find in our products: wild rosella, Australian aloe. What I love about the aloe in our aftershave balm, doesn't matter if you've got some nicks or cuts, you put this stuff on, it is going to cool your skin. You can also use it on the arms, any part of the body. And gents, if you're over the age of 30, 40, starting to deal with thinning hair, guys, you need to check out our shampoo, our conditioner, our hair food, our hair products specifically designed for thinning hair. That being said, gents, use that link in the description of today's video because that deal is not going to be around forever. Seriously, it's an awesome deal, the best deal you're going to find on the web when you go over to Vitaman, so that you can try our products and you can find out for yourself. You can see for yourself the Vitaman difference. Now, I'm not going to name names here, but I had a certain hygienist tell me that I shouldn't use these floss sticks because you're using it again and again. There's bacteria. It's better to use regular floss. Now, I get that, but using regular floss for me was a pain in the backside, and I wasn't making it a habit. Now, I bought a water pick, didn't use it. My wife actually uses it and loves it, but for me, it just wasn't working. But these little floss picks, these things were so easy to use, to travel with, and I absolutely love them. And according to my dentist, I've done an excellent job the last few years flossing my teeth. So my point is to experiment and find the flossing technique that works for you. Because even the worst of the flossing methods is still better than not flossing at all. The next hygiene hack is to stop using bar soap on your face. I know it's easy, it's right there, it's cheap, but it's too harsh. That is made for your hands, maybe for your body, but the skin on your face is much more sensitive. You want to use a specialty face wash. Believe me, it makes a huge difference, especially over time. And I highly recommend you get one of those little silicone scrubbies. They are just so soft on the face, and they really prevent you from you don't want to be using a washcloth. I know it feels like your face is super clean, but this is too harsh and it's just stripping away skin, especially if you're using regular soap. This is overkill. And by the way, you can tell if you're using too harsh of a soap because a few minutes after you wash your face, after it dries, your skin just feels tight. This is not a good sign. So what do you want to do? Again, use a cleanser that is soft and gentle. And if you're dealing with tightness on the skin, make sure to replenish basically the moisture in there. I advise a serum. Right here, I've got a skin protector. Serums are really nice. You put those on right after you've washed your face. They will penetrate the skin, go in deep. Those are deep, basically moisturizers. And then maybe a few minutes after the serum is penetrated, you go in and you put on a face moisturizer. A face moisturizer, most of them, they're actually designed to sit more at the surface of the face. They will penetrate a bit, but they're not going to go as deep as serums. Their job is actually to seal in the moisture and to protect you throughout the day. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, come on, Antonio, I want to scrub something. Well, in that case, scrub your tongue, because this is an area that most men miss. I've talked about this before, but guys, use a tongue scraper in addition to a tongue brush, especially if you're like me, you've got deep grooves on your tongue, and then use a mouthwash afterwards. A mouthwash, 30 to 60 seconds, just read the directions. Guys, this makes a huge difference in killing that bacteria, making sure that your breath is just nice. Now, for this next one, I doubt many of you guys will actually do it. And if you do, I would love to hear from you down in the comments, but that is have a shower stool and actually spend a couple minutes washing your feet. You'd be surprised how many men just simply get in and out of the shower and do not wash their feet. I've been guilty of this. Why? Because I don't have a place to sit, and I am scared that if I'm standing on one foot, and yes, I'm in a shower that's kind of slick, and I don't want to slide and fall in. Yes, I don't want catered out by an ambulance being naked with a towel. That's not going to happen. But guys, if you've got a shower stool, you can sit and it feels so good, especially when you've got a brush and you're just on there scrubbing the bottom of your feet. All of a sudden, you're going to start taking better care of your nails. Maybe even get one of those specialty tools that gets rid of all the calluses on the back of your heels. Guys, take a few minutes. It feels good to give them that massage, get between the toes, and it will pay. I mean, people, not everyone's going to notice, but you'll notice. If nothing else, simply enjoy the foot massage, right? And for those of you that deal with body acne, especially over on the back, guys, check out a sea salt scrub. Now, this one right here is the Vitamin one, but there are tons of other options out there. Just try it. It will revolutionize your shower, just simply the way that you feel after you get out, and it can have a big impact on dealing with just, all types of pimples or any type of acne that you get. It's a very inexpensive and effective way to be able just to simply clean up that skin, make it feel better. But most men have never even tried a sea salt scrub, and it is amazing. Okay, give it a shot. So what video, gents, to watch next? How about how to look 10 years younger? Now, if you're 22, you probably may want to skip this video. But if you're 32, if you're 42, if you are 52, hey, you don't want to look any older than you have to, especially if you're out there dating, if you're giving a presentation, if you just simply want to feel and look your best, guys, I've got you covered in this video right here.